Forced to sell at a $100,000 loss. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. I've got my stein of coffee and I thought we'd share this article that a viewer sent me from AussieBroadband Finance. A story of forced to sell an investment property at a $100,000 loss. So let's have a look through this story. My brother and I have or had a joint investment property, 3-bedroom home in Melbourne's southeast suburbs. We bought this place in late 2018 for high $600K, but with fees, stamp duty and some minor touch-ups, it owes us $730,000. So if we jump over here, we can see from 2018, property prices from Melbourne, they pretty much bought them at the peak. Everyone, they got in at the peak. We can see foreign investment from 2018 had pretty much dried up since then. We had a deposit of $80K, and at the time I had a $100,000 per annum job and my brother a $80,000 job. So they were doing pretty good. Place came with tenants on a yearly contract, which took care of a lot of the repayments. We didn't struggle at all and happy to do any maintenance requests, which were all minor. That's one of the things of these properties as well. Where renting, someone else will handle all the maintenance for you. Whereas a homeowner, I've got to handle all the maintenance for me. Which, I mean, it's good. You're learning new skills. Obviously, as the pandemic hit, everything lined up against us. 1. Just before the pandemic hit, we had some damage to the plumbing by a tree branch. We forked out $6K each, $12K combined. No problem, we had cash on side for this. So at a $12 grand cost. That's a lot for some plumbing. Our tenants both lost their jobs, a couple with kids. Initially they agreed to pay 80% rent and then 60%. And then they said they're hardly scraping in. The female apparently had attempted to let herself go. A really tough situation. I got kids myself. There is no way I want to leave some kids without a parent. Haven't pushed for rent last month and got none. So this family is in trouble. It is in trouble. Going from 100K to 1.5 a fortnight taxed is a big drop. So we applied for mortgage holidays, which are approved, but still get interest added. So they're still copping it. Boss told me unofficially a few weeks ago, once JobKeeper is over, cutting down to skeleton crew. I keep wanting to say skeleton. I blame that on playing too much Minecraft. And can't afford to have me on. He doesn't mind. I'm looking for new jobs while at work, so there's not much to do, but there is no jobs. I mean, just think about that. How many people are on JobKeeper right now in this exact situation who are actually rocking up to working, but are just kept on by JobKeeper? And I guarantee you there are bosses that are doing that just to help out their staff. And his brother had to take a 30% wage cut. This has all happened really quick. At this stage, we've seen a few professionals for advice. And we've been told to sell now for anything we can. Things will get worse, and apparently the media and RBA don't want to cause a panic. But it's also worse than they say. And remember, this was from, 1st of July, just now. Also, the bank said for our own good, no extension on the 6-month holiday will be given. Between the lines, they say exactly the same thing the professionals did. The bank said it's already on their record. We are on the 6-month deferred mortgage payment, and if we default on payments in the future, there will be a big black mark on our names for a long time. I mean, that's the other thing. How many Australians have taken these mortgage holidays, and it's going to affect their ability to finance in the future? Do you think that's going to have an impact on the property market? Speaking to family and friends, and with deep and long consideration, we went to put the place on the market. Real estate said no chance that we will get what we paid. Said start off with a 20 grand discount. Seems very different to what we're reading in the media, doesn't it? Was no interest, dropped by 5k per week. At 30k, we got a lot of tire kickers and lowballs. No genuine interest. After 4 weeks, the best offer we got was 60k, less than what we paid. The agent said take it, said all sales are like that, and his inside sources are saying it's getting much worse. Once again, got other advice and decided to run before the market crashes. Decided to run before the market crashes because of the advice that they're getting. 60 grand off the price means we really just over 100 grand out of pocket. So basically lost our whole deposit and a bit on top. What else could we do? Did the safe thing. What else could we do? Yep. I'd rather lose 50 grand now than 100 grand later, I guess. And the option to the poll. 310 said was the right choice in the situation. 42 should have taken a gamble and struggled. What do you think, everyone? Let's have a little bit of a survey in the comments. Let us know. Do you think they did the right move here? Do you think they did the right move here? I mean, it sounds like, well, a pretty typical story, actually. And here's the thing. People are going to... We've only just seen the beginning of the recession, and people are going to be in trouble. You need to reach out to people, just to talk to them, to let them know that things will get better. Some people have never experienced anything like this. They've probably never experienced any hardship. How many people don't even have an emergency reserve? But you can come out the other side of tough times. Anyone who's been through it knows that. And often it can be, you can be better for it. This recession could be the best thing that happened to some people. I know that seems a bit perverse. But, you know, maybe if you get that camel off your back, the bloody mortgage that you're carrying your whole life. So let's have a look at the update. Thank you all for your replies. I realize I didn't make it too clear. It's already sold and signed. So no going back and looking at the poll. I don't have the wish I could go back and not sign regret. Yeah, that makes sense. The tenants are a normal family with 2 kids, a new car. On the annual inspection pictures from RE they provided to us, they seem to have normal furniture, TV, nothing crazy, but not living on mattresses and saving big money. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could, live on mattresses and just go crazy. Some people could. Although a bed from IKEA you can get for $100. I don't mean to pry into their life, but I'm guessing they live on credit like most people these days. Going from a good wage to JobKeeper is a big adjustment to myself, so I can imagine it is the same for them. Kids are expensive too. See, I don't get that. Why do I not think kids are expensive? I've got 5 of them. For us, I guess the private distance ed school we do is so cheap. So cheap, it is a joke. I think it's like $500 or $1,000 for the year for as many children as we want in school. So yeah, that's cheaper than going to a public school, everyone. I don't have to pay for uniforms. And the dance school that Mina goes to, I mean, that's the cheapest one. Probably swimming. We're sending 3 of them swimming lessons. That's going to be a cost, but yeah. Anyway, I don't think I can legally I can pursue them for rent at this time anyway, nor would I like to from someone that is in health benefits. I mean, you wouldn't, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. You don't want to be a complete and utter bastard about it. Sometimes it's better just writing stuff off and stepping away. You want that burden off you too. I know I used to get so angry at these people that owed me money or these millionaires that ripped me off for $500. It would annoy me. Now I just, it's part of life, part of business. It's causing me more harm carrying that baggage than not. It's just some things you can't do. And that just comes with life and experience. The straw that broke the camel's back is really my job loss and my brother's wage cut. Couldn't evict them even if we wanted to at this time. The whole thing also made me realize I don't think I'm cut out for the responsibility of being a landlord. Before the pandemic it was pretty straightforward, but now it seems frightening. For a monetary loss from my pocket may bring a much bigger loss to someone else, even though I'm in the right. That's an interesting take on it. Not sure what the agent told the buyer about the current tenants or contract, and what he's obliged to say by law. Pulling the trigger on a loss, paid his fees, don't want to know. So there we have it, everyone. A story of young investors who were doing really well. 180 grand between them. They bought a property. Sure, they bought it at the peak. I mean, what was it? Investment, a 3-bedroom house in Melbourne for 600 grand. And we look over here. The median price in Melbourne was 727 right now in March. So they put another 130 grand. They put it up to the median. So it wasn't too bad. But look how it all fell apart. Look at the warnings from the professionals. Get out now before the market crashes. What do you think is actually occurring out there in the market that's not manifesting in some of the articles? What do you think? Do you think you did the right move? Getting out now? Would you have waited? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. It's a tough situation. Thanks for watching. If you're a fan of the channel and want to support us that little bit extra, there are a few ways you can. You can join the channel on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us via using our affiliate links at Amazon or eBay or Independent Reserve and Kucoin. You can buy our merch from HeiseSays. You can support us using Gold Pass from the Perth Mint or via PayPal. Thanks everyone. I'll see you next time.